morning. I'm Erin Risley.
And I'm Vance Conway. It's 8:03.
There will be a meeting for all wrestlers and those interested next year in the wrestling room at 3:15 today. They will discuss the spring and summer and hand out awards. Borrowed gear will be collected at the meeting. If you have questions or conflicts, please see Mr. Kuykendall as soon as possible.
This just in this morning, the Reach Center will be closed today after school. According to Reach Center Coordinator Mrs. Phoenix, if you are planning to attend Reach after school, please stop by during your lunch wave today.
This also just in from Mr. Donner. If you signed up to participate in today's blood drive, your passes were sent electronically this morning. The blood drive takes place in the Aux Gym. Please enter through the doors closest to the Salvi.
Up next, we have Liam Brown with sports, followed by an interview with girls lacrosse, a video about World Language Week, and more.
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Aaron. So we'll start today with Team USA in the World Baseball Classic. This guy, Captain America, also known as Mike Trout, homered in the first inning on Monday, which he had 3 RBIs of 9 runs in the first inning. The U.S. batted around against Canada, and the final score of that game, in a slaughter ending in 7 innings, was 12-1. The United States will play again tonight versus Colombia at 9 o'clock. And a big upset last night, the Blackhawks took down the Boston Bruins by a score of 6-3. Boston has the best record in the NHL by far, and Chicago is not tanking, but they don't have a great record. This is a huge upset in the NHL. As we announced yesterday, the girls soccer team will play tonight versus Grays Lake Central. That game will now be at Grays Lake Central, and varsity is set to start at 7 o'clock. And the Corsairs men's lacrosse team will be playing tonight they played last night versus Hershey, and they won by a score of 13-5. And the women's lacrosse team will have their first game tonight here at Baker Stadium versus Palatine. Varsity is set to start at 6:30. And here to talk a little bit more about girls lacrosse, we have Adam Galdoni with an interview. Adam?
Thank you very much, Liam. I'm here with Bridget McLeod and Lainey Cordova. We want to know what you guys are looking forward to most this year.
Well, we're definitely playing a lot of really difficult teams this year, so we're trying to push ourselves to the max, and we're going to see how far we can go in the playoffs, and we're really hoping it's really far.
So what are you guys' team's goals looking like this year?
So our team goal this year has to be give 10% in everything that we do, whether it's through our practices, through our games, just giving that full intensity, full maximum effort, and everything.
So that 110%, does that go into what makes you guys different? What makes you guys stand out from other teams?
I definitely say our defense plays a major role in what makes us different. Most teams only has one defense they go on, but we have 5 different defenses that we are constantly bouncing back and forth to. So it really gives us the element of surprise to the other teams because nobody knows what type of defense we're going to be playing.
So when's the first time we're going to get to see these defenses in action?
So our first game is actually tonight. JV is at 5, and varsity is at 6:30 here at Baker Stadium.
Thank you guys so much for coming on. Again, this is Lainey Cordova and Bridget McLeod. We'll send it to a world language video.
Happy World Language Week, Carmel. Since it's World Language Week, let's take a look at why so many students take world languages at Carmel.
I like studying languages at Carmel because the teachers are very nice and I love learning a new language.
I like studying new languages at Carmel because it helps me be able to talk to more groups of people.
I like broadening my cultural horizon.
I like studying it because it provides college opportunities and beyond, especially in business.
I like studying the language at Carmel because I get to better understand more cultures and ethnicities.
I like studying languages at Carmel because it gives me a better understanding of being able to tackle conversations that I could come through in a daily life, in my daily schedule.
I like learning about languages because you get to learn about other cultures and you can get well-rounded.
I like studying languages at Carmel because I can create better relationships with my classmates and people that I know.
I like studying language at Carmel because it's interesting and I can talk to more people in my future.
I like studying languages at Carmel because it builds relationships with my classmates and it teaches me life skills in the future.
Happy World Language Week.
Lies and deceit. These are 2 things that I used in today's video. Because in today's video, I legally became Mr. Franklin's favorite student. So how did I go about becoming Mr. Franklin's favorite student? Well, it was actually quite simple. All I had to do was get him to sign a contract stating that I was his favorite student. At least I think so. I'm not a legal expert. We also have the problem that he would never sign a contract stating that I'm his favorite student, so we somehow have to trick him into signing this contract. So here's the plan. I take a photo release form from the internet. I reformat it so the photo release form is for Mr. Franklin. Then I need to take a large piece of legal text that is frankly unimportant and too boring for anyone to actually read. And so I just stole a bit of the Facebook Terms of Service and changed the word Facebook to CDN. Then in that large body of text, I put in the agreement that I would become Mr. Franklin's favorite student. And with that, all I had to do was shrink down the important legal information to the point where it was barely possible to read. And with that, the document is finished, and all I had to do was to get Mr. Franklin to sign it.
Oh, this is a terrible idea. This is a very, very terrible idea.
Franklin, before you leave, I need you to quickly sign something.
I do.
No, it's just a photo release form.
Yeah, don't read too deep into it. You'll realize why later.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe that worked.
And with that, I guess I'm Mr. Franklin's favorite student.
Well, here I am.
Mr. Franklin, do you want to open up that locker behind you?
Which one? This one? That?
Yeah, there's 2 pieces of paper in there. If you look at that paper right there.
Yes.
That's you legally signing away your right to a favorite student to me.
Well, I've been had. Tune in next week for some more CDN. Tomorrow is International Day. Please wear any cultural top to celebrate International Week.
There's a meeting for people going on the Iceland trip after school today at 3:15 in room SC5. That's all we have for today. As always, I'm Erin Risley.
And I'm Vance Conway. Have a warm Wednesday, Carmel.